What's up, guys? This is your boy, the Average Gamer 98 over here, back with another video. And in this video, we will be looking at building up the best teams, which is suitable across the different modes of the game, be it campaign, be it arena, be it champions arena, be it raids and leagues. So we'll look at what type of characters to build up for each of these different modes, and how basically the synergies work between the characters. So let's dive right in without wasting much time. So let's go into my roster. We will have a few specific characters getting selected, and first of all, let's categorize the characters into several forms. So the first one is basically a damage dealer. So this particular character in your roster will basically deal the maximum amount of damage to the opponents in any of the modes, be it raid, be it campaign, or even be it arena or champions arena. So this is one of the characters. The next one is like a combo builder. So a combo builder is that character which will obviously help you out to build the combos faster. So these characters are mostly the ones who have an extra additional fast attack hit in their statistics, like for example multiverse flash. So like as you can see, if you go into the statistics of multiverse flash, it has by default the first attack hits of 3. So every time your first attack hit gets triggered, it counts as 3 hits. So you can understand, like, it can easily build up the combos faster. So this is one. So the multiverse flash. Similarly, the other characters are out there as well with 3 hits, like Heartbreaker, Harley Quinn. But we'll get back to the use of the different characters for what type of character they are, whether they're a damage dealer or whether they're a combo builder. The next one that I'll say is building up a character as a tank. So basically, what do I mean by building up a character as a tank is that these particular characters will help in soak in the maximum amount of damage from the opponent. Say for example, the opponent does a super move, you want to tag in this character, take in the super move and just tag out. So this is the other type of character. The other one, this is again closely similar to the damage dealer, is basically class cannon build, or so a class cannon build. So what basically a class cannon build is, this particular character has basically all attack and associated attributes, be it the critical attack damage modifier or be it the critical attack chance. So this particular character does not have a defense at all. So this is like a like I said, it's a class cannon build. Like, you can hear about the classes, right? So you just shatter classes like that. So basically it means that if it just takes a few hits, it's gonna die. So you have to be careful while using it, and I'll be showing across how to even do that. So let's jump right into the characters that I have in my roster and how they technically work. So the first one, like damage dealers, like as you can see, the most of my characters around that 400k threat are basically the damage dealers. So I'll just highlight one. This is King of Atlantis Aquaman. So you can see the stats of Aquaman. What is the stats of Aquaman? So I mainly use Aquaman on Horrific Scarecrow. So like this is the build that I use, and I usually get around 18 million damage at least to like around 20 million. I've not yet crossed 20 million, but I hope I can, because I use Claw of Horus with King of Atlantis Aquaman. My Claw of Horus is at level 9. So once it's at level 10, I guess I can cross 20 million as well. So this is basically a damage dealer. So how to build up a damage dealer? So the first and foremost thing that I like you all to notice is, like, it has a critical attack damage and a critical attack chance factors mentioned for every of the characters. So for a damage dealer, these two for most of the bosses except Captain Cold for raids. For Captain Cold is like crit resistant. Each of the bosses have different critical resistance. So what it basically means that when you start attacking an opponent, how much chance is there for it to be a critical hit or not. So if the critical resistance value is very high, then the chances are that the attack that you are triggering on the opponent may not be a critical hit. So this is the reason why building up a critical hit type of character as a damage dealer and then say using it against boss Captain Cold will not make a lot of sense, because it will not trigger the critical hits. So what exactly happens when a critical hit gets triggered? So whatever damage that you are seeing will be done is going to be multiplied by this critical attack damage multiplier. So for example, if 5632 damage is done by a basic attack, then the multiplication will take place into this percentage value, so basically into 2.78. So this is the factor how this critical attack damage and critical attack chance also works. So for damage dealers, generally this both should go high, as well as fast attack chance. So why I am saying this is you want to hit the boss or the characters that you're fighting against as often as possible. So fast attack chance basically gives you that chance to trigger a first attack. Like for example, for King of Atlantis Ackerman, the first attack hits is 2. So every time a first attack hit is triggered, 2 hits is gonna get triggered. So that is how this works. So this is a damage dealer. So let's go back to understand the different types of characters right now. Then we will see some action of how these characters are working in campaign. So or even say in arena, we'll see how they work. So the next one is basically a combo builder. Like I said, I already showcased the multiverse the Flash, because it has like 3 hits. So how do you want to build up a combo builder? Basically, you don't need a critical attack damage or critical attack chance on a combo builder. You want to focus on building up the defense to max, that is 75% is the maximum that you can reach for any of the characters, and you want to build up on the health as well. So basically, when you're playing the game, your gameplay will be like you tag in the combo builder, do the combo, you tag out, you use your damage dealer to do the good amount of damage, and then you tag back in to the combo builder. So like as you can see, this is not a very optimized character from my end. The health is like 27,000, which is fine for like any mode of the gameplays, be it campaigns. For campaigns it's way high. For arenas it's still okay. For champions arena it's still okay, and for raids I think this will be okay for fighting Captain Cold. It still suffices, and if you have an artifact like nth metal armor, then this health also increases. So I'll just show that. So my nth like metal armor is like at first level, so I'll just show you how this works. So if I even go for an overview of this particular artifact, like as you can see, it's gained 30% health. So remember, like this is not 30% health of that 27,000 that you are seeing. That would basically mean that your health becomes 36,000 odd, right? But that didn't take place. So why? What does the 30% refer to? This 30% basically refers to from the base health. So basically that 30% is of this 14592. So that gets added to the 27,000 odd number, and that comes up to this 31,399. And yes, so for combo builders, you want to have high fast attack chance. Like as I said, this is not a very optimized character from my end because I don't use it very often. So the fast attack chance should go up as high as possible, because already you're not investing in the critical attack damage as well as the critical attack chance. So if this fast attack chance is around say at least 65 or at least plus 60, then it's a good indication of it being a good combo builder. So what are the other different types of combo builders? Let's kind of dive into that as well. So by different types I mean the different characters. So Multiverse the Flash is an excellent combo builder. Justice League the Flash. So this is probably the best combo builder in the game, but it also acts as a great damage dealer. So the reason is like it has by default fast attack hits of 3, but if you go into its abilities and see its passive, The passive states that it has +1 first attack hit for the entire team. So basically, every time you trigger out a fast attack from Justice League Flash, you will get 4 hits. So that way, it's an excellent combo builder, but also it does a lot of damage. So yeah, few other ones with 3 hits combos are like reverse flash. So as you can see, if I'm even going down, the first attack hits at 3. So this is again a great combo builder to use. So going back to the third type of character that I was talking about is tanks. Basically, so what are tanks? Tanks are basically, like as I mentioned, that they are bound to take in a lot of damage from the opponents. So like I'll jump into a few of the characters that I have built as a tank.
Aquaman.
Yeah, so Justice League Aquaman. So like as you can see, for a tank, again similar to a combo builder, the difference is like you just wanna maximize on the health here. So for a tank, it's just health and defense, that's it, as simple as that. So you don't want to invest on anything else. Whatever stats you're seeing is like for this particular character is again like unoptimized, but yeah, the other part is like you also want to resist critical hits and stuns and all those things, like the dots, basically the damage over time. So I'll explain how damage over time works a little bit later. So you want to have basically this right hand side of your entire characters getting maximized. So defense, the health, the stun, attack resistance, damage over time resistance, critical resistance. So like going on for the explanation for damage over time resistance. So armor pierce attacks and damage over time attacks basically bypasses the defense of the opponent. So if you have a character that is doing a damage over time attack on your opponent, then if that particular opponent has a very high this dot resistance, then the damage done by your character will be significantly less. So that is how this works. So this is like a generic build for building up a tank. So then again, like if you have an artifact like the metal armor, then again this attack, this health status will increase. So that's how basically a tank works. Like as you can see here also, the status for the health is very high for power word. So this is again just at only level 60. So you can imagine how health can go high. So it's up to you to decide how much health you want, but on an average build for any mode of gameplay, having a health of like at least around 30k for the basically the tank should suffice for any mode of the gameplay, even for raids. So for raids, the Gorilla Grodd does the maximum amount of damage for the super move. Like I said before, like you want to use the tank to basically eat the super move of the opponent. So Gorilla Grodd does around 23k, 24k for like tier 8 raids. It's lesser for the other lesser like a level of the raids. So you want to have it at least at a 30k level. So that's it for the tank builds. Next, moving on to the glass cannon builds, or some may even call it like an assassin build. So these builds are basically like they come in and go out of the match. So you tag in, do the damage, go out. So I'll just highlight the few of the characters that I have built in that fashion. So one is like Joker.
The Joker.
So the way to build these characters is basically you don't have defense at all or very less defense, not the 75% max cap, and you if you are having the all raids, all raids artifact, you just want to tag in and out as well. So let's kind of dive right in how to build these characters. For this particular type of characters, you want to have the maximum fast attack chance, the critical attack chance, the critical attack damage. You don't want a defense at all. So for last of the Joker, it's a bit different because you want to have the fast attack chance as well very high, but for most of the glass cannon builds, the fast attack chance doesn't matter if it's high or not. So I'll just show another character which is built like a glass cannon. So for example, okay, I just probably clicked on attack. Let me just go in again. Yeah, so this is one of the characters that I have built as entirely a glass cannon. Like as you can see, the defense is 24% only. So basically what this does is tags in, does the damage, tags out. So okay, so this is understanding about the different builds that is gonna be necessary. So right now let's kind of dive right in to the synergy of building a particular team for using this type of characters. So let's dive right into say arena, and we will have some arena battles. Let's see how that works out. So I have not played much, I've played only 5 battles. So let's go in and dive right in. So what I want to do here is like I want to use tank or a combo builder support card. So I'll explain what a support card is also. So basically a support card is just entirely used for its passive. The passive helps the synergy of the team building as well. So I'll use a support card, I use a tank or a combo builder, and I use a damage dealer, be it in the form of a proper damage dealer which basically stays in the game a longer time, or a glass cannon build. So one of the teams that I like using, which is a bit different as well, is this particular team that I'm going to showcase to you is Atrocitus, then basically EGL, Emerald Green Lantern, and a good old Predator Batman. So let's dive into what's the stats that I have for these characters. And
Green Lantern.
So yeah. So this particular character is gonna be my tank slash combo builder. Like as you can see, like it has a decent amount of health, not the 30,000 mark that I was talking about, but it still has a decent amount of health. There's a decent amount of fast attack chance as well, and it is very fast in building the combos, so it's gonna be used as a tank slash combo builder. So Emerald Green Lantern is one. Batman will be my basically main damage dealer slash the glass cannon build, and Atrocitus will be my support card basically. So as you can see, it has a mixed kind of a build. It has health, it has defense, but mainly I'm gonna be using it for its passive. So like as you can see, its passive has a random chance of reflect shield, lethal chance boost, 3 power bars on each of the tag-ins. So I think it will be useful. So let's dive right in. I'll just equip an artifact on Batman. Basically the All Blades, since All Blades is one of the artifacts that you want to have on a character which has a glass cannon build. So let's jump right into a match to see what happens. Let's see which team I'm gonna face. This is too low a threat, so I'm just gonna go a bit higher. Let's see the refresh time. Seriously, they should reduce it to 1 second and not 10 seconds. So no, not yet. I want at least something above 400 or 450. For instance, let's see what other teams I have. This is too low. This is even lower than my threat, so it doesn't count at all. Let's see what I get. I'm still expecting something above 400 to 450. This could be a bit difficult, so I'm not gonna face it. The reason is like so Emerald Green Lantern triggers stuns, and Harley Quinn could actually reflect it, and also there's an ambush from Batman in it, so it could cause up troubles. So let me probably try for something above 500. Let me just quickly refresh. So let's see. Okay, still I'm not getting a proper team. I'm gonna wait. So refresh thing is pretty bad. So with this particular team, that I've highlighted over here, you probably want to fight some teams which do not have a lot of dependency on the passives of the opponents. So I'll explain what I mean by that. Like for example, here whenever you tag in Batman, dark side passives will get triggered. Similarly, okay, this looks a fine team to play against, so I'm gonna go ahead and play against this team. So let's see how basically this team synergy works. Good enough.
I hope this isn't your best.
Man wins, and this is done. So this is how you technically play using this particular synergy of the team. So yep, that's it. So if you guys have any questions building different teams, or you want me to kind of upload a video which talks about using different teams for different modes of the game, I'll be happy to kind of explain that as well in another video. So trying to keep this video not too long, but I hope you guys understood how the basic team synergies work and what are the different types of characters and how to kind of use them in a particular game mode or different modes that are existing in the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and turn on the notifications, subscribe to my channel for further videos, and have a good day. Peace. Cheers.